Sunday, the 7th of July 2024, a warm welcome to the channel. Now, an interesting title. We've got, yes, human monkeys, and we've also got China's leading space expert who does YouTube videos about anti-America. Let's hop into it. I do believe it was yesterday I made a video and I showed you about the hurricane or the typhoon in Shandong province. Shandong province, again, is in between Beijing and also Shanghai. But what trail of disaster did this typhoon leave? Well, we do have footage from a source in China, and this is what it looks like after the typhoon. Something a bit more light-hearted and very strange indeed. There is one mountain, or there's quite a few mountains in China that you can hike up and then you can see the view from the top. Magnificent. But in one, I have seen this before on the China show with Serpent ZA and also Laowai 86. Show this person dressed up in a monkey suit, basically, makeup on, put in the rocks, and the people, the hikers, the walkers who get to the top of the mountain or on the way will actually go and feed this human monkey. It's really strange. But the thing is, I don't have the footage of it, but the queue to go up to the mountain, especially during now the summer season, is staggering. But do take a look at his job. There are some speculations that he gets paid a hell of a lot of money for doing this, some people are saying $800 a day. But this is possibly the worst job, or one of the worst jobs in the world. And you could say, no way, unless you were absolutely desperate, would you do this kind of job. Regardless, take a butcher's at this. And finally, on today's bits and pieces about China, I would like to introduce you to China's world leader space expert. It's this guy here.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the Chinese probe. Yes, they had another successful Chang'e space probe, and the Space Return Shuttle just landed in Mongolia.
His name is Mr. Jerry Good. He's a South African guy, lives in China. He does actually live in the area where they had the typhoons, in that province called Shandong. And he's going through, he's basically going through about the moon exploration, but the Chinese space administration, getting to the dark side and taking some soil samples, etc., etc. Now, I find this actually really crazy. Why the hell did they just get a YouTuber, a CCP sticker fan, as some people like to call him, telling you about space, when it's very obvious he knows absolutely nothing about space, and he's just reading a script and he's just doing sort of propaganda, once again, China good, America bad, etc., etc., like that. And I just find this weird, why they would use this gentleman. Surely this is space. He's not qualified about space, etc. So why is it happening? And why is he there? is it he doesn't have, like me, many subscribers, so it's sort of like maybe a little bit of cash in the pocket, and he speaks English relatively well, okay, things like that. Just weird. But he forgot to mention this. And you sort of just wonder how the CCP propaganda system works. Do they go to all these shills, these people, Westerners in China who live there, make YouTube channels, anti-American channels, and say, will you do this? We'll give you $1,000 just to read this script. And some, I could guess, would have morals and say, no way am I doing that. But I would say he doesn't have many morals just to do this sort of like propaganda. And he even keeps on going that the 1969 moon landing by the Americans was all fake. But if you go and do the research, you can actually find, guess what, that it is true. But I know some people will disagree with me with that one, okay? But I've looked at the evidence of this. But again, I'm not a space expert either, but I will admit that. It's just strange. Food for thought. Thank you very much for your time. Just some bits and pieces which is hitting the headlines in China, again, on the 7th of July, 2024. Your comments below, always appreciated, and constructive criticism, links to websites is okay. And if you want to support this channel, like some people do, the links are in the description below. God bless to all. Thank you very much for your time. Cheerio. Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Did I say shit or ship? Bye.